Okay, so that is basically all the sides of the car done, apart from the wheels. I'll do that later. So what I'll do now is start putting pieces, those UV pieces, back within that grey area, and that might entail a little bit of rescaling as well. To what degree you rescale and where you need to put them is going to be partly dependent on how much texture space you need. So for example, if there's only a small bit of detail that's required for that part of the car, then that area only needs to be quite small. So for the sides of the car, which you'd assume would have a fair bit of detail, like windows, door handles, whatever else you need to put on it, you need to maximize the texture space. So if I do that, scale it down, or scale it up rather, should be in proportion. Okay. Alright, so what have we got? The top. Now, the top part of the car is really just going to be a color. So we don't need that to be too big, so I can scale it. And the front, that's the back. Again, the front or the back and the back don't have to be big either, so I can scale them down as well. Okay, they can sit there, they can sit there, this can sit there. What have I got left? Oh, just the other side. Okay, well, what I can do, in this case, I'll keep the two sides. No, I'll keep them separate because I might want to do something else to one side of the car, not the other. Let's see how I can juggle this. Okay, so these can move for a second. Let's just see, that can go in here. That should scale, oh there we go, proportional, yeah, that's about right. Probably put one on top of the other, considering it'll be referring to the same part of the texture, but like I said, depending on what you do, and in this case I might want one side of the car to look a little bit different, extra detail or whatever. So let's just say here, where's the top of the car, perhaps. Well, I'll probably need more detail on the front and the side than the top, so the top of the car can just simply sit, move them down a bit. Should become clear what it is that I'm doing here is trying to find the best place for those parts, those UV parts to from then be able to generate a texture. So let's see, so these guys can maybe go there. Oops, bit of overlapping, so I'll just control to shell to move this away from where it was overlapping. Okay, now this is the fiddliest bit of the whole texturing process, so it can be time consuming, but once you've got it, then you've got it. You can sort of make changes, continually update your texture, and just reload in Maya, and all the work's done for you at this stage. So it makes things a little bit easier later on to make adjustments. Okay, I've got all that space there. What I can use that for? Oh, okay, I know. I might pause here because you could probably see what it is I'm doing. So rather than sort of taking up too much time trying to find the best arrangement, I'll take a pause, and then when I come back, hopefully this arrangement is a little bit more appropriate. Okay, here we have the arrangement that may be suitable for my texture. Put all the bits within the grey area, scaled them in context of what they're going to be used for. Again, you can see that obviously the sides of the car there, that's the top of the car. This is the front and the back and the windscreens. Now I do have gaps, again as much as possible avoid gaps to make everything fit quite nicely, otherwise it's wasted texture space. But what I might do is also utilize this space for when I do the tires or the wheels. I might find a bit of space, probably in there, to put the section associated with the wheels.